Welcome to the Nerd Table. I'm Tommy, joined with one of my best friends, Jamie. You know what? Fuck it. This is episode 9. Y'all know the intro
Yeah.
by 8. Y'all know the intro by now. I'm off my
Yes.
ADHD medicine. We going wild tonight.
All right, good.
Let's
Let's
do it.
go, baby.
Yeah.
I'm
So
steamed up. So
this
technically, wait.
what
Now
up?
before you go, what do you
Yeah.
want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about wrestling or do you want to talk about fighting
I was
games?
gonna let you just go into your wrestling, but
Bro,
I
cuz
was
I'm wound the fuck up, bro. Money in the Bank and Heatwave
let's do
were
it.
on point. Holy shit.
So
Bro,
Jamie
what
made me
the
watch
hell?
Money in the Bank.
Yes, I did. I forced them to watch Money in the Bank, which you can catch the VOD on twitch.tv/
Nightwing 593.
exactly.
And if there's
Because that's
interest,
where
I
we
can
do.
post it on YouTube.
Yep. And that's where we go to have all of our live reacts on anything
Fight or
martial
WWE
sport.
or
I'll say martial sports events. How about that?
fair enough.
Okay, yeah, because is MMA, is wrestling, is power
Power
slap.
slap.
Yeah, like we're in it, we are in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But bro, what in the deuce is going on? WWE is hitting on all cylinders right now. Like my guy, like bro, listen, Money in the Bank was good, right? We had that on Saturday. It was fun. It started earlier than what we thought,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But those dickheads, I swear it said 8 o'clock. I swear it said 8 o'clock.
I even confirmed
But
with
it didn't.
Jamie that I was like, it's 8, right? He's like, yeah.
I went and I checked it and it said 8 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, what up? 8 o'clock. Let's go. Cool. I'll have enough time. I'll be able to like step out for a second and grab some dinner or whatever. And I'm be like, all right, cool. And then I looked at it again and there we're talking about, oh, yeah, there's 15 minutes left at 6:45. I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? When does this show actually start? And I'm looking everywhere, and I'm like, they got to be talking about like a pre-show or something, right? No, it
Nah,
was
it
the
was the whole
actual
bit.
show. Oh no! Oh no! I'm watching
Jamie's
Raw
also
too.
watching wrestling at the same time.
Hell yeah, bro! You already know I'm in it to win it, baby. So
Yeah.
hold on, let me do something real quick.
So
Hold on.
I know virtually nothing about wrestling. Um, I know pretty much what Jamie explains, and that's it. And maybe some like very basics of how the shows work. But it ain't much. Like I don't know the character development or nothing like that. But I will say
Right.
it was at least an entertaining time.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy at least being able to hang out with my homie and see him get super hyped.
Yeah, man. I was already, bro. I was so wound up, my dude. Bruh. You have no idea.
No, I do. I was there.
Yeah, that's true. You saw the hype. You saw how crazy I was getting. I was pissed off and everything. But we'll be getting into that. I had to go through and pull up the 5 matches. That way I can go
Recap.
through and recap.
Yeah. Go for
So
it.
Money in the Bank starts out with the men's Money in the Bank, which it should, because it's the hypeness. You want to put your hype up first,
You
just
want a
so
big opener.
everybody can. Yeah, you have to have a big opener to heat the crowd up. So that's what they did. So, men's Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Ladder match, huge bumps, crazy spots. It all culminated into like I thought, because my thing, what I was thinking about, I was like, bro, Drew McIntyre is gonna get this, and I think I said that. I was like, if Drew McIntyre doesn't get it, it'll be Jey Uso. But like I
I
was like,
think you
oh my god,
literally called to a T what ends up happening.
I did because I knew
Yeah.
exactly what was gonna happen. I was like, listen, I said one of two things are gonna happen. Either CM Punk's gonna come out and cost Drew McIntyre the briefcase, or Drew McIntyre is gonna stop Jey Uso from getting the briefcase. Which I was like, snap! That's exactly what happened, bro. Drew McIntyre, like literally, bodies were everywhere, and like Jay was coming up. Like he was coming up, and all of a sudden you see Drew come out of nowhere and just bop him like real good, and like he
Didn't
fell
he like
over.
yeet a ladder at him?
Yeah, bro. How do you throw a fucking ladder at somebody? Just
The
tell me.
disrespectful of
He
that.
just,
Like the
bro, that is
disrespect.
mad disrespectful. I'm not gonna take the time out of my busy schedule to mosey my butt up the ladder and give you the good bop to the face, right? And then we're battling, right? And then I just like grab your head and slam it onto the top, and then give you a big forearm and knock you over, and then grab it. No, he was mad disrespectful. Took a ladder and
A
just was like,
whole ass ladder.
and he was like, "Oh, you want to yeet stuff, right? Here, yeet this, yeet." And he yeeted a ladder at him. Like, bro, like what the deuce? He knocked him off like that, and I'm like, "Oh my god, oh Drew, let's go!" And your
That's kind
boy,
of how that happened.
it is kind of how it happened. And then Drew went up, grabbed the briefcase, and I'm like, "Bro, they're not gonna do this. They're not gonna do what I think they're gonna do tonight." Which I will go through and explain in the next in like 2 matches. So Drew wins match 1. Cool beans. So next match, Sami Zayn, who is the IC champion, Intercontinental champion, versus Braun Breaker. And I was like, bro, are they gonna just have Braun Breaker just kill Sammy? Because that's how I feel. Like you're gonna, if you want, Braun Breaker is an up and coming blue
Apologies.
chipper. No, you're good. I'm the one who's like going crazy right now. Like you got the up and coming blue chipper Braun Breaker going up against your IC champion. I'm like, bro, there's no reason why Braun should just kill Sammy and just take the title. But it was a very competitive match. I enjoyed it. There was a couple of spots where there was like, a little bit, but
I mean, that big
Sammy
dude
is,
saved his life at one point.
yeah, he did. Because Sammy almost ballsed it up.
Right on his
But
face.
yeah, but Sammy pulled it out in the end, hit him with the haluva kick, and got the pin 1, 2, 3 to retain. You know what? I'm not even mad. I actually was enjoying that match, because I think once they put that IC belt on Braun Breaker, I don't think he's losing that belt. And the reason why I say that, he's gonna have like a run that Gunther had. And Gunther had a 666-day run with the belt. So imagine like a year and a half, almost a year and 3/4, with the belt. And that dude, he was just going in. He was chopping people down and stuff like that. He was
Just
like,
wrecking shop.
yeah, and it's crazy because he doesn't look like a regular like wrestler, but he's like an old school type wrestler. No nonsense, no frills. Bro, dude, like my one thing that I always complain about when it comes to wrestling is I don't like when wrestlers don't have like knee pads on. It just is like a weird thing to me. I mean, like, you're a wrestler, you should have knee pads on just in case. You know what I mean? And he wrestles no knee pads on, no elbow pads, like hardly any wrist tape. Sometimes he just goes in and just is an old school wrestler, and that's ain't nothing wrong with that. We need old school wrestlers like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, you are right. They did give the results the 16:30 for the first match. I'm on Wikipedia,
On
right now.
Wikipedia, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they didn't have the entrances
Walkouts or
in,
whatever.
so which is fine. That's cool. But yeah, overall, I will say that was the shortest match on the card, which is fine. They didn't really need to go any longer than what they went. They went 13 minutes, which is cool. I don't really mind. However, match 2 is Damian Priest versus Seth freaking Rollins. So they go through. It's a fun match. We're loving it. They're going back to back and back and forth. It's just a like really fun competitive match. And then the all almost said the almighty, the spot that like almost blew the roof off the building. So near the end, or I'm not even really the end of the match. It's like kind of the closer to the end, but not at the end. So
Mm-hmm.
Seth hits Damian with, I think he hit him with the pedigree, or he hit him with something. It was going for the pin. 1, 2, and almost 3. Lights come up. Somebody missed their cue. Like, I think there was supposed to be a music cue to come out for Drew McIntyre, like right before 3. And I'll stand to that to this day. That's probably what was supposed to happen. And a lot of people were saying it's 3, it's 3, it's 3. I was like, oh my god. What I thought was Seth pinned Damian, correct? And then Drew comes out. He's cashing in. And this isn't the first time that somebody's done came in and cashed in as soon as they won it, just so they could try to get like
Someone while they're tired or whatever.
yeah, exactly. The rules by are whenever you're turning in your Money in the Bank briefcase, the person cannot be knocked out, but they have to be on their feet. They could be out on their feet, but they have to be on their feet so the ref can ring the bell when you give them the Money in the Bank briefcase. So, because of that slip up, Drew McIntyre comes out, has the briefcase, turns it in, turns it to a triple threat. And I was like, oh my God, this is when they're going to do it. This is when they're going to do it. CM Punk's going to come out and screw him over. I know it. Bro, and as soon as I said that, motherfucking CM Punk comes out of nowhere. Boom! Blast him. And I'm like, oh, let's go.
I aspire to be that petty.
Bro, this man is so petty. He is so petty. And even on today's Raw, he Seth Rollins comes out to confront CM Punk in a tape segment, which I wasn't even paying attention to, but I kind of got the gist of everything, where it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna go through, I apologize to you, I didn't mean to screw you over, but I wanted to get back at Drew McIntyre. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Whatever, I don't care. It's BS anyway. But what's gonna happen is the true bad blood. There is going to be a triple threat match for the #1 contender. But no, you can't have a triple threat match. All right, so in this match, so Seth Rollins said that last Monday when he was going up against about to sign the contract and stuff, he's like, hey, you know what, Damian, as long as you're champion, if I lose, I can never challenge for that belt as long as you're champion. Which, that's why Seth came out to confront Punk. He's like, bro, you screwed me over. I can't even go after the belt now. You're a dickhead,
Damn.
So now he's all, Seth's all pissed off. And today, that is, well, obviously we're still talking about Saturday, but today he's pissed off, and and then CM Punk's trying to smooth things over, but he's not really smoothing things over. He's gonna go at once. So, Damian Priest retains, gets the pinfall on Drew McIntyre, by the way, not Seth. Drew got pinned. He got hit with the South of Heaven chokeslam after CM Punk took the heavyweight title and bopped him in the head and stunned him long enough for Damian to hit him with his finisher. So, I'm not going to talk about the last 2 matches yet. I'm going to talk about something that happened like after this match, like after the whole pay-per-view. Drew McIntyre came out pissed off. He came out to the back and was yelling. He's like, I demand a rematch. Blase, blase. CM Punk came out, cost me the thing. Everybody's trying to get him to calm down. He's like, bro, calm down, calm down. And then the general manager, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, came out and he was like, bro, Drew, what the hell are you doing? Bro, Drew just, boom, elbowed Adam Pearce in the face. And he was like, bro, you're done. You're done. You're suspended indefinitely. So, Drew McIntyre is out. Quote unquote, obviously. Out for a bit. So, he's done for a while. So, if he had like a nagging injury or whatever, but what they're doing is putting Drew on ice until Bad Blood, which is gonna be the culmination of Drew versus CM Punk. Which, because CM Punk is still technically hurt, he's not 100%. I say he's about 85%. He can't really go and do a whole bunch of moves and bumps and what have you. But whatever.
Gotcha. And then the next part, Jamie missed because he's mad disrespectful to John Cena, which is gonna be which the title of this episode should be Jamie needs to apologize to John Cena.
Damn.
Man announces his retirement. He's like, I'm gonna go walk these dogs. Fuck John Cena.
Hey, wait a minute.
Jamie's walking out to those dogs going, do 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 do.
Hey, wait a minute. That's some bullshit. No, don't put those words in my mouth. I didn't know that he was gonna retire. I saw him coming out. I thought he was just gonna be like, hey, you know, it's me. I'm John Cena. Let's have fun. It's Money in the Bank. Let's go woo woo and stuff like that. You know, I didn't know he was gonna retire or plan to retire. How was I supposed to know? You jerk.
Maybe if you put some respect on his name, you would have known.
I do have respect on
you
John Cena.
You couldn't see the motherfucker because you were walking the dogs.
Well, I can't see him regularly.
That's fair. That's fair. I kind of set that one up.
Yeah, you definitely did, you jerk. But no, like, yeah, I missed.
But you need a formal apology to John Cena here, sir.
I'll write him a letter. I'll send him
post that tweet.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's funny, but don't do that.
They're probably like, "What tweet?" You'll never know.
Exactly. Yeah, you'll never know on that one.
Yeah.
All right. So we go into the fourth match. The fourth match is the women's Money in the Bank.
People died.
Bro, a lot of people got hurt. These women they left it out on the table. They weren't.
Seeing people do dumb shit had me break out all 4 words of Jesus Christ's name.
Yeah, exactly.
I literally said Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Yeah, because somebody went flying through the table from the top of a ladder.
I mean, I was talking about getting slammed, like the two slamming each other on a fucking ladder, but...
Oh, yeah.
Broke a goddamn tailbone type of shit.
Yeah. Like, bro, thank you for reminding me. I got to try to see if Io's okay. They haven't said nothing. I'm pretty sure she's okay. Oh, excuse me for the burp.
Her asshole is dead. That's broken.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not editing that out, but her ass is dead.
So Io in the middle of the match went to do a not a blue thunder bomb, a falcon arrow to somebody
off of a ladder.
Like it was a falcon arrow off a ladder onto a ladder. Like the ladder was on a rung that was hanging on the middle rope. So she goes all the way down, and I'm like, bro, when she landed, she got up, and I don't think she moved for the rest of the match. Because I think she rolled out to the ring, and she was like, I'm donezo. You know, I was like, bro, listen, I would never do something like that. That is stupid. Like, it's, you know, in the moment, yeah, it's fine, but there's so much that could go wrong. Like, you could literally tear your groin.
I think what was funny is when she was walking out, and I was like, I had no idea who these people were. I was like, she has no regard for anyone's personal well-being, does she? And you were like, no, she does not.
Nope, she does not.
That proved it.
Yeah, she does not. So the members of this match were Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria, Naomi, and Zoe Stark. Now, like we were saying earlier, there was like some crazy bumps.
There was a goddamn pro in the match.
These women were doing some crazy ass bumps. Like Lyra Valkyria, like has like feathers and stuff. She got hit so hard, some of her feathers flew off. I'm like, bro. Yeah, exactly. And then like there was some people doing some extra like. So I understand if you're gonna do there's a stalling front flip senton that you can do, like you jump up and then you catch your ankles on the top rope and you flip forward and land on your back onto the person's chest. Zoe is trying to do that. Unfortunately, Zoe had the ladder way too close to the rope, and when she rotated, her back of her damn head hit the ladder, and I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? Like, I understand
that ladder.
you gotta like just slow down for 2 seconds and think. I know you're trying to get to another spot. I know you're not trying to mess up, but you gotta think. You gotta think and not balls it up, because she could have balls it up real bad. Like seriously balls it up. Like I'm talking about like getting a stinger in the middle of the match, and then you're not gonna do nothing else for the rest of the match. You know what I mean? So
Yep,
you don't want to be doing all that type of shit. You know what I mean?
of course.
So long story short, after all those crazy ass bumps and these women literally just going nuts, like I'm proud of everybody in this match, because there's a lot bad that can happen in a ladder match. And they were somewhat safe. I'm not saying they were safe. Obviously, they were as safe as they could be with ladders and tables. But my girl Tiffany Stratton got the belt.
That's one of the
Um,
most beautiful women I've ever seen.
I've been, like I said on Saturday, I've been following her since she was in NXT. She got called up to the main roster. She got hurt in NXT, because I'm a fan of Clueless. And she was like pulling a share gimmick where she was daddy's little girl with all the money and stuff like that. Then she blew out her ACL, and then she came back stronger and better than ever, and just came through and, bruh, she came through and she just got it. You know, like when you have somebody that just gets it, it's like a beautiful thing. You know, she can talk, she can wrestle, like she does, bro. She does like she does the what is it most it's like the prettiest moonsault ever. That's what she does. That's her finisher. So what she does is she goes and to the corner, and she jumps on the bottom rope, the middle rope, and then jumps to the top and then does a moonsault. And it's a thing of beauty. I'm gonna have to try to find like her doing it, and I think you'll be like, damn, that is a pretty moonsault.
I'm sure
It
it's
is
on
a pretty
Twitter
moonsault.
somewhere.
It is. It is on Twitter. But she got that. I mean, he's not the only one that does it. Has done it before. But Christopher Daniels does the BME, which is the best moonsault ever, which is basically the same thing, except no, he hits. Yeah, he hits the bottom, the middle, and then jumps up to the top, and then does the moonsault. Yeah, yeah, it's real nice. Like when you see somebody that can like, when somebody can do a good moonsault, it's amazing, because it looks like when they do it, they're like floating in the air for a bit as they're like coming down. So it's kind of like a slow like descent, and then they just hit, and it's like, damn, that shit's amazing. The damn Judgment Day one?
Like I said, he's watching WWE at the same time as we're recording
Man,
this.
that's more bullshit.
But then the next one was the main event, right?
Yes, the next one was the main event. So we had the bloodline of Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga
Also, check
with
your phone for me.
Tongaloa. Huh?
Check your phone.
Check my phone. What
Yeah,
did I do?
got a little Dexter over here.
Damn.
I'm a little bored.
Oh, cause what's her name, man?
The text message I sent you.
Oh, I know.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, main event was
We had the bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga with Tongaloa. And then we had Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. So this match was about trying to get back at the bloodline, because the bloodline has actively been trying to screw over these three individuals. Um, but they came together to battle a common enemy, which was working out for a little bit, but then obviously the bloodline, the numbers advantage, they had four people out there to their three. I mean, Randy Orton was hitting the RKO's on people and everything, which was good, but it wasn't enough to stop, because Cody had hit Solo with three crossroads and was about to get the W. And then Tongaloa came out, stopped them. Excuse me. And then it's just about the numbers game. It's always been about the numbers game with the bloodline. And like I always said, I've been saying this for a long time. If the WWE can play their cards right, this bloodline storyline can literally go on for 20 years. There's enough family members that they could actually bring into the WWE, even if it's for just like a year or two, just as a short
Just to keep
stint.
it going.
Yeah, just to keep it going. Like there's like literally, Jacob Fatu has he has a brother that looks just like him, but he's like more stocky
Mm-hmm.
and like just as fast as he is. Like I think this was an easy way to show off like Tamatonga and Jacob Fatu in the match without having them actually be in like a singles match
Without
for
them
like
being
higher
like the
stakes.
star.
Yeah, because listen, anybody who's anybody will tell you Jacob Fatu is actually bigger than the bloodline. Like he's more charismatic. He could talk on the mic and like he's more athletic than anybody that's in the bloodline right now.
Hmm.
Like he could literally run the bloodline. I think hopefully like later on down the road, probably by next WrestleMania or something, they'll have Jacob Fatu trying to usurp Solo for head of the table.
Damn, not usurp.
Bro, I think that's gonna be the be it. But we also have to talk about the elephant in the room. So Tongaloa, before everything was happening, it was Kevin Owens in the ring with Tamatonga, and Kevin Owens was about to hit Tamatonga with the package pile driver. One thing that you need to know is in the WWE, pile drivers are illegal. They're illegal moves. There's like I think there's about like 6 or 7 illegal moves that you can't use.
Isn't the Undertaker? Doesn't he do one?
Yeah, but Undertaker's a special case.
Oh,
He's
he's
tenured.
Undertaker.
Yeah, he's Undertaker and he's tenured, so he can use the pack. He can use a pile driver.
Hmm.
Also, the Tombstone pile driver is probably one of the safest moves in all of wrestling.
Fair
So,
enough.
I mean, he literally lands on his knees, and you just
Drop.
hug you hug his butt basically, and when he lands on his knees, your head doesn't touch the
Jamie really just
ring.
didn't want to say 69 there,
I mean, yeah, sure, I didn't want to say that,
but I'll say it.
uh,
Look, like I told you, man, I'm wild tonight. That's what we doing.
that's true. You're off your meds,
Yeah, I
but
got
yeah,
him now,
Tongaloa.
but I ain't taking.
Yeah, Tongaloa tried to break up the package pile driver attempt, and he he went to go through and do a low blow to Kevin Owens,
Fucking missed.
but he missed first. Like he just tapped his ass, right?
No,
And then
did
when
you
he
see the clip on Twitter where it showed
on
up?
the other side,
Yeah, where he hit the other guy on the top of the head.
yeah, bro, he hit him in the head. Like I'm like, oh come on, my dude, like come on, like. I understand it would have been better if he just went for a chop block. If he'd have went for a chop block, it would have made more sense because Kevin would have fallen backwards and what's her name would have fallen on top of him. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they also knocked the ref down, so that's why they had all the shenanigans.
That's why no fucks were given.
Exactly. So, but yeah, it was all over the place. But yeah, it was fine. It was fine. Like I enjoyed what we had besides that little slip up that was there. Everything else was like fine. Like this, I give this show an A. It was good. Like I
Which is an
recommend.
upgrade from what he gave it on Twitch, by the way.
What did I give it on Twitch?
A B plus.
I did give it a B plus, but I've had a chance to think about it and sleep on it, so I give it an A. Or you know what? I'll give it an A minus. I'll just go up one. I'll
Fair.
go up a tick. A minus. Because there was a couple of things that didn't make any sense. Storyline wise or person wise. And then like there's people kind of just messing up around, and it's like, well, whatever. So
Yeah.
that was Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
We also got a tease that Tiffany Stratton might go up against Trish Stratus in the future. which is gonna be really cool. Thumbs up for that. 2 thumbs, way up for that one. But let's see.
Probably 3 thumbs if you know what I mean.
Jesus Christ.
I said what I said.
I know you said what you said.
With my whole chest. And then the next night, there was another one that Jamie tried to get me to watch. But I was like,
he
nah.
said no, because he's a heel and he's mean. He didn't want to watch wrestling twice in a row. Dickhead.
Look, man, it's a lot.
It's not. Bro, you be watching. Come on, fam. You gonna look me in the face and say it's a lot?
It would take away from my Forensic Files time, goddammit. Because that's what I was doing. I was watching Forensic Files.
Bro, you woke up at what? 3 o'clock in the morning to watch UFC?
I've never once woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch UFC. It was 5 in the morning. I wasn't watching those prelims in South Korea. I was watching the main card.
All right. Well, there you go. I balls it up. My bad.
It was 5 a.m., goddammit.
All right.
And it was Holloway versus Korean Zombie.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So the next one.
You know, this weekend, this weekend had a lot of people going up against people, and it'd be like, if you don't win this, it's going to be your last time being able to challenge for the title if this person is still holding the belt.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean?
What, it happened again?
Yeah, it happened again.
Okay.
All right. So, did you watch any of the highlights for this?
No, not at all. I totally forgot.
Damn.
I read the results, but
okay. All right.
Actually, no, I lied. I saw the highlight of the main event.
Okay. All right. So all right. So yeah, we'll talk about the main event. You can give some input on that because that main event was bonkers.
I mean, I just saw the finish. That was it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. The finish was good actually, but like it was like crazy. So I didn't listen. They had a pre-show. They had a pre-show match. It was a women's tag match. Missed it completely. Didn't know they were doing it. So I was like, oh shit, my bad. Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace versus JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. Carmen and Adriana beat those 2 women. I don't know. I heard it was a good match. I couldn't really tell you. I was just waiting for the main card.
Okay.
And the main card didn't disappoint. Oh my god, bro!
That's good.
Bro, I don't know what the hell they did. They straight up said, "Hey, I heard y'all like good matches, so let's give y'all good matches, but let's turn them up to 11."
They just let Shawn Michaels do his thing.
Exactly.
That's right. I knew who ran it.
Hey, you're doing a lot better than I thought you were gonna do. So,
the pulled it up on Wikipedia very quickly.
Yeah, of course. What an ass. All right, so first match, Obafemi versus Wes Lee. Now, this is your classic like big man versus little man for the North American NXT North American title.
Mm-hmm.
This match was so fun. Like I thought Obafemi was gonna go through and like kind of steamroll Wes, but Wes was giving it to him. He was giving it to him like straight up. He wasn't letting him get down. There was a time, Obafemi took Wes, tossed him in the air, spun him. Wes did 2 full complete rotations before hitting the mat.
Goddamn.
Bro. Like, all right, so I will say Wes he's a small guy, but Obafemi's a big dude. He just yeeted that dude in the air. He tossed him like a damn pizza. Like he was spinning the pizza. You know what I mean? But like it was like a real competitive match. But Obafemi pulls it out in the end. I think he hit him with a powerbomb. But like I said earlier, since Oba won, Lee can never challenge Oba, or he can never challenge for the title as long as Oba still has the NXT North America title. So Wesley is probably going to go back to the drawing board and try to figure out his life because he never. The backstory for this is that Wes, I think he got, I don't think he was in a. He did something where he hurt his knee. I think he got into a car accident and had to relinquish the belt. So he was on the shelf for a while. And then he came back and he was going to try to go back for after the title since he never truly lost it. He had to relinquish it because he
Had an
got
injury.
into a, yeah, he had an injury. So, you know, he's just upset about that. But I can 100% sure that he's gonna like with what happened with the NXT championship. We might see Wes try to go, you know, try to make his way up to that belt. You know, as
Okay.
Oba's gonna hold on to that belt for a long time. I don't see a lot of people trying to go and beat him for that belt. That's a big black dude. Like
I can't say that.
I mean, yeah, he's big. Like he will run through you like a bowling ball through tissue paper, my dude.
Jesus.
Like he's a monster. Like
Monster.
he is a right as Dexter comes in and does the monster dance.
He didn't like it.
No, unfortunately not.
He's
But
cool
yeah,
with it though.
but it's man. So then we had our next match. We had the first defense. Well, not the first defense. This is our second defense. First defense
Pay-per-view.
on a pay per view. So but she wrestled her friend Sol Ruka. So it's Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka, for the NXT North American Women's Championship. This was a fun, athletic, spot match that I advise everyone to go back through and watch. It's real good. Like, yes, listen, it was a little sloppy in some spots. However, they're young. They're going to learn. They're also trained gymnasts,
And it's
so like
also a
they can do
developmental brand.
yeah. And they're wrestling in front of a hell of a lot more people than what they wrestle in at Full Sail. Full Sail, they're probably wrestling in front of
I didn't
probably
think they
like
were there anymore.
not
I thought they were at their
no.
own
Oh,
performance
they're in
center.
PC. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're in the PC. So there's like maybe 200 people, 300 people there, I
I
think.
remember because there's I believe there was a small MMA event at Full Sail one time.
Right, yeah. But I think they had I think almost like a sold out arena
Damn.
where they were in. So they were in front of a lot more people. So obviously nerves are going to get to them a little bit. But I mean,
They were
it
in the
wasn't
exact same
egregious.
arena as Money in the Bank too.
Yeah, so they probably sold it out. So Money in the Bank can hold what 16,000 people.
Let me see what it is.
That are almost at the Scotiabank Arena. It's
It is Scotiabank.
Scotiabank. Yeah, so they had like 16,000
$19,858.
for what for NXT
Money in the
or
Bank.
so Money in the Bank had okay. So the 16 was probably for Heatwave. I'm
Probably.
assuming. So yeah, bro.
Wikipedia doesn't have a attendance for that.
Yeah, they probably haven't disclosed it yet. So, which is fine, whatever. But they had a hell of a lot of people there. They're like, we're on the hard cam side. There was hardly any empty seats. So you know that that was a nice packed place. So yeah, they were wrestling in front of a hell of a lot more people. They're best friends, like behind the scenes and everything. So like if they're gonna mess up, they're gonna take it. They're gonna beat themselves up about it. But
Yeah.
they did well. They did well in front of a large amount of people, and I think
That's
Kalani
ultimately
Jordan
what
is
matters.
yeah, and that's all that matters. You know, like Kalani got the win with her split-legged moonsault, and you know they because they know each other so well, they were countering each other's moves, which was great. Like it was that I think that was like that's the story that they should tell. I need more legit best friends wrestling each other in a ring to tell a story. You know what I mean? because they told a story. They're best friends. They're not gonna go through and try to cheat each other out of like a W or whatever. You know what I
Jamie,
mean?
let's start a wrestling organization of just call it Best Friends Wrestling, and it's constantly just best friends wrestling each other.
I mean, I've always wanted to start a promotion where it's just all promos promotion, where all you do is cut promos on each other. You don't wrestle, you know, and
That's hilarious.
yeah, and you go through and you just grade each other on your promos. You know, that's how you win belts. You know, you win the belt by not wrestling. You win the belt by whoever cuts the
By
best
talking
promo.
shit,
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I'd be undefeated.
Oh, hey, there's Io, and she's actually not hurt.
Hmm.
I'm surprised.
She probably can't sit down.
Exactly.
But so, what was the next match?
Next match was a tag team match with Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus Chase University, Andre Trace and Duke Hudson, with Riley Osborne and Thea Hale. But they're outside. They're the students of Chase University. So
Okay.
Andre Chase is the head professor of Chase University. Duke Hudson is part of the student body, basically. It's a lot, but I thought that Chase University was gonna get the titles because so the thing is they are building a story between Nathan Frazier and Axiom, so they're building dissension between them. So in the match, there was a couple of miscommunication spots where Nathan was he was going up for like a combination move, like what Axiom holding the person up, and the person ducks, and like Nathan hits him with like a big like super kick or something, and then he's like, "Oh my god, what the deuce? Nine." So, and then like they're trying to build that up. But this match was really good. It told a really good story of how Chase University, um, how Duke Hudson, is definitely needed for because Andre Chase is the professor. So he's has. If you saw what he wrestled in, you'd be like, bro, how the fuck are you wrestling in that? Like, aren't you hot, bro? Long sleeve shirt with a collar,
Ain't
right?
no way.
Bro, it's a long sleeve, like it's a sweater, but he has the collar above it and everything. So it's a long sleeve with the sweater and full pants and dress shoes. I'm like, bruh, like out of how the hell are you wrestling and you're not like somebody has to like hit you with like a fan or something because you got to be overheating, you know?
For
But
sure.
yeah, it it
Like there would be
was
no way in hell.
it was a good match. I'm just gonna say that I feel Chase University should have maybe won the titles, but through nefarious means. Like Duke Hudson should have had his feet on the ropes and he like pinned like Axiom and got the win like that. Just to just and as something where you could have had Nathan being like, "Oh my god, I should have been there for you," and then that's how they can actually sow more seeds of dissension, you know. But I think with the slow burn, I think the slow burn's gonna come out a lot better in the long run for all of these for all of them and everything. So I think it's fine for now. We'll see what they say tomorrow because tomorrow is NXT. So we'll find out about the fallout from that. We'll find out what Wesley has to say and all the other stuff. So next match um, is the singles match for an NXT Women's Champion. Roxanne Perez, which is a champion, versus Lola Vice.
Which context, by the
I
way, I know that person. Like I know who that is. That is Valerie Loretta, former Bellator fighter.
Oh, Lola.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. She caked up, by the way.
I am well aware, sir. Oh, I know.
um,
Shit.
but they it was a very competitive match. I thought Lola was gonna win. Lola uses a backhand, or not a backhand, a back fist for a finisher. but she back fist her arm into the post outside. So that's when Roxanne went through and just like kind of attacked the arm the entire time
Mm-hmm.
and got the win like that. It wasn't even like a cheap win. It was like a clean finish. So I was like, oh shit. I was actually surprised because Roxanne was kissed the belt away. And in what so a long time ago, you would know if a wrestler was going to lose the belt if they kissed the belt. If they kissed the belt, they're kissing it away.
Mm-hmm.
But like they've now changed it because a lot of people, aka smart marks,
Just
have
got
figured
predictable.
out. Yeah, no, they figured out that's how when somebody's gonna lose. So, and that's what I thought. I thought she was gonna lose, and she didn't lose. I was like, oh wow, I'm surprised, you know. But we'll see who's the next for Roxanne because she's been a pretty good champion. And I really enjoy her heel turn and everything. Her heel work is good. Um, Not my like favorite heel woman's wrestler, but I actually really don't have a lot of favorite wrestlers, to be honest with you. There's
Yeah.
too many. There's too many out there to be favorites of, and I hate to say this, but a lot of them, like when they're not wrestling, are terrible people. Um,
Damn. How you gonna get us canceled 8 episodes
huh?
in? So how you gonna get us canceled 8 episodes in?
I know, right? But I don't know. So you can't just. I mean, Hulk Hogan's a terrible person.
Yes, he is. That's the
Yeah.
fucking truth.
So yeah, you got to be careful who you're a fan of. But and now it's on to the main event.
Yeah.
The main event is a fatal four way for the NXT Championship. Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Sean Spears, and Ethan Page. Now this match, I thought that it was gonna be some trickery later on near the end of the match, but the match was sort of clean. I mean, the only thing that was had a lot of tricks in it was Sean Spears brought out the chair. It's a fatal four way, so there's no DQ. So he was just bopping people with the chair, and then he
Makes
got the chair
sense.
used against him, and that was that. So, big spot in the ring. Uh, Javon went through and he toped over the um over the post into Trick and knocked him through the barricade. So he flew over that and just crashed him through the barricade. It was, bro, crazy spot. Highly dangerous, but crazy spot nevertheless. The finish came where Trick Williams went to do the trick shot and he went and he accidentally hit Javon, which Sean Spears was holding Javon. Which Sean Spears got knocked down to the floor. Javon got knocked out. He goes for another trick shot on Ethan Page. So Javon fell. Sean Spears. Ethan Page fell on top of Javon. Sean Spears grabs Trick Williams' feet and pulls him out the ring, and he's trying to get back into the ring to break the count up. And Ethan Page is knocked out on top of Javon and loses the belt. So Ethan Page is now the NXT champion. Like,
Yeah.
bro, it was such a wild ending. I'm like, bro, you cost yourself the match. You should have just let him go so he could break up the pin. You big dummy. Like that's what I was
Maybe it was
saying.
petty.
No, because Ethan Page and Sean Spears are originally Sean Spears was Ty Dillinger back in when he was wrestling in NXT
Well, I
the
mean,
first
maybe it
time.
was him trying to stop the. You said it was Trick Williams or whatever. Maybe it was to try to stop him from retaining, like just to fuck him over.
Well, no, because he was pissed off at the end. He was like,
Oh,
yeah, at the end he was like, damn it. I didn't even like cuz he
he
didn't
didn't
even
see
see
it.
what happened. He was like, holy shit, I fucked up. That's basically what he said. It was wild.
Yeah.
It was wild. So, oh damn.
Then after
I'm
that,
gonna
the
catch.
rest of like Twitter fucking blew up about some kind of weird crossover that I was like, I don't know.
So at the very end of the pay-per-view, you see, Ethan Page with the belt, and then all of a sudden it cuts to a picture of Joe Hendry. So we might have Joe Hendry come in sometime as a crossover into NXT,
You're gonna have to
which is
explain
going to
this
be fun.
as like in the most basic level of like who dat.
Okay, so he got himself over with a song, like a iTunes top 10 song.
God damn.
Yes. And he has a song that Do You Believe in Joe Hendry? It's like I'm gonna have to send you it and everything. It's actually really catchy.
Oh no.
But he got himself over like that, and that's how everybody knows him. He used to wrestle in Ring of Honor,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought he was pretty good back in Ring of Honor. But we'll see. We will see how this comes about,
Okay.
because that's a crazy it's a very crazy crossover.
Gotcha.
And NXT and WWE were crossing over anyway, so having him come over and actually do a couple of matches
Wait, you said
kind of makes sense.
NXT and WWE? They're the same thing.
No, I said TNA.
No, you said WWE.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, TNA and WWE have been doing crossovers,
Okay.
so that's kind of cool. Like, I think that's going
Gotcha.
to be a good thing in for the future.
Okay. I mean, it's at least at that point just friendly competition instead of just like Vince McMahon, like, I'm gonna shut him down.
Yeah, I mean, it should have. There should always be competition and cross
Anything.
promoting between brands. I mean, it only just makes your brand better.
Yeah.
You know, that you're open for competition or
That's why I hate
crossover.
that Bellator was sold to PFL. It's ruined Bellator.
Right.
It's terrible. But that's a thing for another day. So overall, what would you say? What would you grade that one since you graded Money in the Bank?
Oh, I'll give that an A minus as well.
Okay.
It was really good.
So both
Like,
equal quality, very good, enjoyable times.
Yeah, it was very good, very enjoyable. Like, I recommend anybody to go back. If you haven't watched them, and if you have Peacock, just go back and watch them.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense not to watch them.
Fair
They're
enough.
really good. Like, it's like a lot of highs, a lot of like not a lot of lulls and stuff like that. It's very well worth your time to go and actually watch them.
You know what all this means, everybody? This
What?
means, unfortunately, he's just going to make me watch more of them.
Exactly. Well, it's not like I mean, I'm just gonna catch SummerSlam like on like a Monday or something.
I mean,
because I'm not gonna be able to watch it, but I'll find out about it.
as your co-host, I'll begrudgingly do it for the streams.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like, you just gonna get to recap shit.
Mm.
So normally we would talk about this first, but we're an hour in. Fuck it.
Mm.
What's some stuff we've been doing lately? Like,
Oh, I've been playing a hell of a lot of Pokemon Unite, my dude.
you fucking would.
Yeah, I got to get back onto my Destiny grind.
Yeah, I need to get on that too because I need to finish week 3 of the episode story. But then, dude, I tried playing Iron Banner last night.
Oh no,
bro!
Iron Banana was with Prismatic. What do you mean?
And I'm not talking about like a hunter dodge, like make them invisible. You know how you can sometimes load in the tower and your shit won't load in?
Yeah.
It was that every match.
Oh damn!
Like literally invisible.
Well, I mean, they did say it's going on for 2 weeks, so at least,
I was like, I got to a point where I was like, I don't care. I ranked up, and the first reward was the pulse rifle, which I wanted. So I got the pulse rifle, and then which was their shitty roll, and then dropped all my engrams to get some rolls. And I think I got like repulsor disruption break on it, which is a void pulse anyway. So I'm like, hell yeah.
Nice.
But then, like, dude, the Destiny grind, I've got to figure out how to be more effective with the power and pinnacle, since they've changed everything up into this Wayfinder stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And figure out like what I need to prioritize and where, so I'm not wasting power drops on things that aren't going to help me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is a pain.
Yeah, I didn't know that I stopped really running stuff. Like I didn't even hit level 30 on my season pass, so
Damn.
I definitely need to grind.
I think I'm like 71.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun, but I'm like I've got to focus in and figure out like what the best pattern for everything is.
Mm.
And I've got one of my friends who's been watching the show, Marcus. What's up, homie? Who I
Nice.
recently got into Destiny, and I've been helping him.
What up?
I helped him get through Beyond Light, and now he's on Witch Queen. He hasn't played through Shadowkeep yet, which, I mean, probably should have done that before Witch Queen, but oh well.
Yeah, but don't you get the Osteostrega once you get through Witch Queen?
I don't remember. I think so. I think you get the Striga. I can't remember if that was a pre-order bonus or not.
Yeah, I was about to say, because that is definitely well worth getting.
That's true, and him being a warlock, and he gets those necrotic grips. If he's got Striga and necrotic, he got a build right there.
I need to get that, but I don't know if I want to go through Witch Queen.
Witch Queen's good, dude. Wait, you've never beat Witch Queen?
No.
What the fuck?
Yeah, wow. I gotta go through. I don't know. I gotta go through and get that.
Wow,
did the fly attack you?
What's up?
Did a fly attack you?
No, I just smelled something weird. I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
But yeah, and that. Other than that, I went to the movies and I saw a early screening of Fly Me to the Moon. That's a very good movie.
Oh yeah, that's the movie with
Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, it's about like the landing, right?
Where they were like, where no spoilers, just quick premise. They were like, they're doing the moon landing, but then they recruited Scarlett Johansson's character that was like the government recruited her, not NASA. Is like, if they can't land on the moon, you gotta fake it. Yeah.
Wow, that actually kind of like that. I wouldn't mind seeing
One
that.
sec.
Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with blowing your nose. Oh yeah.
All right, there we go. Now I'm back. All right.
WB, welcome back.
Then I also saw Maxine, which
how was that?
It was really good. I doubt you ever saw the movie X.
I don't watch scary movies.
I know you don't. But it was.
I didn't see X. I didn't see Pearl.
Yeah, but it's not really scary. It's like a slasher. Like there was no real like horror to it. It's literally just a slasher movie, which totally cool. This is even a movie that you could watch standalone, and you don't have to get.
Right.
Because they fill you in on what you don't know, like from the other movies. So there was. Maxine is a character from X, not from Pearl, but it was after the first movie, she's like, I'm going to become famous. I'm going to go to Hollywood. Well, that doesn't always work out, as she learned, and she became a porn star.
Right.
Then she tried to get her big acting debut and all that, and stuff gets wild.
Right, there's a slasher, and
yeah, it is very good. I'm a fan of those type of movies anyway. Like, I love horror, I love slasher movies, I love all of that. I think I saw X and Pearl late last year for the first time. Yeah, I think that's when I saw them. And I was like, wow, yeah, that's really cool. And then Maxine came out and I watched that.
Right.
Other than those and just grinding Destiny, that's all I've been up to. I need to get back on my Elden Ring bullshit since the DLC is out, and I really need to get back on my Final Fantasy bullshit and beat Rebirth.
Yeah, I definitely have to do Destiny stuff. Like, it's very important.
For sure.
Man, I was having so much fun with Pokemon Unite, my dude. Like, it's really fun. Like, just getting back into like a game where it just feels like fits like a glove. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. There's some games like that. Like for me, I can fall back into Overwatch like it's nothing. Speaking of, Transformers coming to Overwatch.
I did see that.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's made it want. I don't think it doesn't interest me enough to play Overwatch. Like,
I
and I
know
used to be such a good staunch supporter of Overwatch.
it's because of the monetization system in 2, man. I'm telling you, they ruined it.
Yeah.
They ruined it because like now instead of getting them in loot boxes, which was one of the few games that got loot boxes right, they're like, oh, we're just gonna charge an arm and a leg for skins.
Yeah,
And
they
like,
did get loot.
I don't.
They did get loot boxes correct. I think they were the only place that got loot boxes
That
correct.
and Halo. Halo had it right too.
Oh yeah. Well, at least with Halo, you could just get whatever battle pass you wanted to
Well, no, I'm talking about
run.
Halo 5 before that.
Oh
When they
yeah,
had loot
yeah,
boxes. It was like
yeah.
you couldn't unless it was like a wreck for Warzone, you couldn't get duplicates. So like everything was just like once you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
Then like I know Overwatch they're gonna charge like $20 to $30 a skin for this. I'm like, I'm not spending that kind of money. Like, I'm sorry, I like Ramatra. I'm not spending that kind of money to make him Megatron.
Right.
And
I
I
mean,
don't use Reinhardt enough to make him Optimus Prime.
did you see the prices for when they had the that K-pop group in Overwatch?
What were they, 40 a piece?
I think it was a little bit more than that.
Really? Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah. I'm not 100%, but I know it was yeah, pound sand. I would never.
Dude,
I would
fuck
not
that.
spend that amount. Like,
No.
even if I was a fan of the group, I'd be like, bro, like, that's ridiculous. Why would I
Like, you love
spend this
Cowboy
much?
Bebop. You didn't do that.
Yeah, true. I fucked up. I should have did that. Damn.
After saying you wouldn't do that.
No, I guess it was a good thing I forgot then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's go on to the topic we planned for, which, sorry everybody, we said we were going to do GameStop stories too, but Jamie got way too hyped about WWE, so we'll do that next week. We'll probably do that
look at it right now.
What's up?
It's getting late, of course.
I know. We'll probably do that as just a one topic episode. But our topic is fighting games.
Yes.
So I didn't really plan this one much. We're just gonna kind of go off just fast and loose, off the cuff.
Right.
What was the fighting game, Jamie, that got you into fighting games? And then I'll tell you mine.
What was the man? I almost want to say Marvel vs. Capcom 2, to be honest with you. Because I've played a lot of fighting games. Like, I was never good at Mortal Kombat. I to this day, I like it. I can't wrap my head around how Mortal Kombat works. Everything else, I can just wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
You know, Blaze Blue, Rival Schools, even like Melty Blood and stuff like that, and Skullgirls. I can wrap my head around that. But for some odd reason, Mortal Kombat, to me, it just does not work. Like, I played Mortal Kombat Deception, and I love Deception, but I just couldn't get it to work. Like, I've owned and played several of Mortal Kombats, like Deception, like Mortal Kombat 9, like had XL. I didn't get the newest one because I was like, nah, I don't need
Mortal
that one.
Kombat 11, I think. No, it's 1. Mortal Kombat 1.
In Mortal Kombat 1, yeah. But yeah, I never got into Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I think it was either Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or May have been like King of Fighters.
Okay.
Yeah, King of Fighters 11.
So what got me into fighting games, and the internet's gonna be like, "Oh, this isn't a fighting game." Eat my gooch. Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Oh
That's what
yeah,
got me into it. Because it was like, go home after school, watch Dragon Ball, then relive it, playing on the game.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. Like, I might have to go through because Marvel. I was playing fighting games way before then.
Yeah.
So I
I mean, so
mean,
was I was
like,
playing Mortal Kombat as a goddamn infant.
yeah, I was playing like Street Fighter 2, Championship Edition.
Yeah.
Um,
But I would say what like got me
hmm.
like that got me into fighting games, but the one that got me like passionately into fighting games was playing Soul Calibur 2 with my homies.
Yeah, Soul Calibur 2.
Played it on the
Soul
GameCube,
Calibur was
we were going.
well. I mean, I was playing Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. I was playing
Not
Soul
2.
Calibur. What?
Soul Calibur 2?
One.
That's what I no,
Dreamcast.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you were playing Soul Calibur 1. Remember, you're older than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Playing Dreamcast.
You ancient fuck.
Damn. Oof. Let's see. That was I was playing Dreamcast, and I played. That's when my first exposure of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Oh man, that game was just that game. By the way, I am getting that collection on the Switch, physical.
Oh, I'm getting it on the PS5. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get it. Oh man,
Gotta have it physical.
I gotta have a physical copy. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh my god. I dive
I
head
love Marvel
first
vs.
into that
Capcom
fucking
2.
game.
I got very into Marvel vs. Capcom 2 a little bit later on.
Mhm.
But a lot of kind of, I'd probably say, really the GameCube PS2 era of fighting games was really just me playing a lot of Soul Calibur, Dead or
Or
Alive. I love Dead or
DOA.
Alive. Oh my god.
Ooh, Dead or Alive 2. I
Playing
played that on the Dreamcast.
DOA3 playing as Hayabusa. Or Hayate. She.
Um,
That was my
I forgot
game.
it was I was playing the big Russian guy, and I was
Mhm.
I was getting good enough to the point where I was reading people's inputs. Like if they were gonna go for a low kick, I'd go through and do the grab for it, and
Yeah.
ooh man, oh god,
And
that game.
then there was the obvious ones like Smash Bros and stuff like that.
Mm,
Again, if you don't count them as fighters, eat my gooch.
right.
Like, I don't care if it's like an anime fighter, a hardcore fighter, 2D, 3D,
Mm,
or arena fighter,
mm,
party fighter. Guess what? It's a fighting game. I don't care how
yeah.
complicated or how simple. It's a fucking fighting game.
Yeah.
Period.
Exactly. I mean,
Like,
we
the
we
fighting game
love those type of
community
games.
is so fucking elitist of what is and isn't a fighting game, and I'm like, just shut the fuck up.
Well, I would say depends on who you talk to. Like if it's like the big FGC people, I think you'd be fine.
Is this a fighting game?
What is that? Storm
Naruto.
Connections. It's an arena fighter, right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a fighting game. There's so
Well,
many people that are like,
okay.
"Oh, Storm's not a fighter." Eat my ass.
I will. Listen. Listen. That's still not the best Naruto fighting game, though. And you know what I'm about to say.
I know what you're gonna say, but
Yeah.
my point
But
is that
I got exposed to a really good like fighting game, and it's never been like even still. Let me tell you, one of the best games that people will never be able to play is Jump Ultimate Stars, and the reason why they'll never be able to play it is because it's only in Japan, and the
yeah,
licensing is crazy.
like
They'll
it,
you'll never be able to get that type of licensing over here.
absolutely not.
But
Like,
I'm so happy that I imported it and I had a chance to play it. And the crazy part about it is back in the day where you could play online, I did play online against some Japanese guys and I got my shit pushed in
of course you
because
did.
they knew exactly all the crazy stuff and I'm like, "Bro, what is going on here?" Like they set up Sakura combos where Sakura can just throw you out of the panel and then just throw rocks at you. You can't get back in. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you such a dickhead? Bro, it was wild. Like,
But my point is, a fighting game is a fighting game. Let people have fun.
yeah. Let people have fun. Let people enjoy what they enjoy.
Yeah. There was one other game back in the PS2 era where I would play, but I would get my shit kicked in.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I have to ask you, Jamie.
Right.
On behalf of everybody, why are black people so good at Tekken?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it like genetic?
I don't, bro. Like you keep saying that I should be good at Tekken. And I'm like, bro, I'm not good at Tekken. I enjoy Tekken. I've played Tekken 3. I enjoyed the hell out of that. But like I don't know. Like there's this whole misnomer about black people being really good at Tekken. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man, it's the one fighting game that I will get my shit pushed in. Like my homie Marcus, we would play. I could beat everybody but him. I would get my shit pushed in.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah. But like any other fighting game, I'm winning.
Mm-hmm.
Any other one. And I don't understand it.
Yeah, well, neither do I. Because ouch. Not good at Tekken. And I just hate the fact that people will just juggle you from corner to the corner. And it just upsets me to the point where I'm like, why am I playing this game? Like, if I get touched and I get tossed around, I'm like, this isn't fun. You know what I mean?
For sure.
This ain't fun at all. So, but, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I think that I've kind of always had like a natural kind of almost like a knack for fighting games. But that really came into play when Injustice dropped. Because, oh my
once again,
God.
NRS game I'm not good at.
Yeah. But like, I would play Injustice so much. Actually, I would say it really started with Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But Injustice is what I'll talk about Marvel in a second. But Injustice is what really pushed that over. Like, Injustice 2 had clan support, for example. There was a point where like I had a clan on there and it was like top 10 in Xbox servers. It's like, fuck. All right, we going hard.
Wow.
Yeah. But like with Injustice 1 or 2, it didn't matter. If I had a friend over and I'd play online. God damn it. Screen went black. Sorry. If I were playing with them, either online or in person, I would literally pick their pick whatever character they would use, and then I would beat them with it.
Wow, you're that guy.
Yeah. I would pick random, and I would beat them.
Even worse.
And then like it would get to a point where like I'm just purposely not picking my mains, which in Injustice 1 was Nightwing and Superman. Injustice 2 was Robin and Supergirl. And I would break out Superman if I really wanted to be an asshole. But
yeah.
But like if I wanted to make sure someone was having a bad time, I was hitting them with Supergirl.
Yeah.
Like they were not having a good time there. Like,
I mean,
I would have that shit open at GameStop, and I'd be working with Cole. No one being, I'd be like, Injustice? Yeah. He stopped playing Injustice with me.
That's funny.
He got tired of losing.
I mean, I get tired of losing too, my dude. Like, what the deuce?
With Marvel vs. Capcom 3, similar story, but with GameStop. You remember Derek? Fucking cool.
Yeah.
Him and I would play. One day I beat him. I think it was 50-4.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because my team in Marvel 3 was. I actually had a handful of teams, but my main team was Dante, Iron Man, and Matarazzo. Don't be shaking your
Of
head at me.
course, Dante.
Don't be shaking your head at me.
I'm shaking my head because of Dante, because Dante is a problem. Not like Zero, but still.
Yeah.
Don-
If I really wanted to troll somebody,
mm,
my team would be Captain America, Deadpool,
mm.
and then Phoenix.
Oh wow.
And I would just use Cap and Deadpool to just fill the bar. And I would
Hmm.
purposely just die. I'd be like, fuck it, squash. And then they get to Phoenix, and I'm like, you're fucked. And they're like, what do you mean? Phoenix has no health, dies, reborn. Then I just go X Factor and
Right.
fuck their shit.
Yeah.
There goes all three of your dudes.
Mm-hmm. Because Phoenix puts out a dumb amount of damage.
But I mean, it takes 5 bars to do it.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
5 bars and death.
Yeah. But hey, 5 bars in death actually kind of works.
Yeah.
I mean, but Zero May Cry is that's the team right there, man.
Which one?
Zero,
Oh,
Zero,
yeah.
Virgil, and Wesker.
Bruh.
That's the back when I was watching the Ultimate Marvel 3 matches. People, it's so annoying to watch somebody play the similar team. It was Wesker, Wesker, Virgil, Zero, or it was Doctor Doom, Zero, and Virgil. It was
Yeah.
just, bro, like it's so, it's the exact same team. It's so toxic and gross. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Bro, speaking of fighting games, when I went to
Mm,
Portland little over 2 years ago, they had
mm,
a barcade. One of the
mm.
games there was Soul Calibur 4. 2. Soul Calibur 2.
Nice.
Man,
Did you wiggity wash people?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Um they had a couple different Street Fighters. I don't think there was a Tekken there.
Oh,
There was old school Mortal Kombat.
by the way, I got a story to tell you. Back in
Yeah.
the day, when Soul Calibur was out,
Mhm.
and I still had the Dreamcast and I was still playing that.
Mhm.
I was on a college tour and we were taking a break at one of, I think it was either a restaurant or like their dining area.
Yeah.
But they literally had a standing Soul Calibur arcade cabinet
That's so
there.
cool.
And I didn't know how long we were gonna be waiting, so I just put a couple of quarters in. I was literally about to beat the story mode. Like I was just gonna go through, but I had to leave because everybody else was leaving, and I'm like, ah, shit. So
Yeah,
I
you
had to
didn't want to get
go
left
and
behind.
everything. Yeah, because I was on a different. Where were we? We're in Georgia, so I was on a campus I didn't know nothing about,
Yeah.
and the campus was humongous, my dude, humongous.
Yeah.
So.
So speaking of Soul Calibur, can we talk about how
Mm.
good their character creation is?
Yeah, Soul Calibur had one of the best
It
character
had, I would
creators.
say, the best.
Yeah,
Like
in all of gamedom.
3 was solid, but then 4 like perfected it.
What the
Like
deuce?
4 had such a good character creator.
Oh, side note from wrestling on Saturday, Shayna Baszler. That's who I was trying to remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember in what context, but that's who I was trying to tell you about.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but damn, it's a three-way match,
I
and
also know
they're
her from from UFC. I was gonna say the Ultimate
yeah.
Fighter, but she was in the UFC as well. Had a very mediocre career.
Oh, that sucks.
Her UFC career came because she was Ronda's best friend.
Right.
She's known as one of MMA's 4 horsewomen.
Mm.
3 out of the 4 were trash.
Oh
The
well.
only good one was Ronda.
Well, you can't win them all, right?
Yeah. Um, but to wrap it up, because I know it's getting late on a Monday, and
Yeah, I gotta go work tomorrow.
yeah, and I've got a
Mm.
lot of stuff to do tomorrow. What would you? Oh, wait, hold on. Before we wrap up, we forgot
Right.
one fucking sleeper of a fighting game here that I can't
What?
believe neither of us mentioned.
What?
Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Ah, yes. The game that'll never get a sequel.
Never, ever getting a sequel.
So if you have your copy, make sure you hold on to it.
It's probably worth something right now too.
Oh, it is worth something. I can actually probably look that up right now.
Yeah, like that was. If that game was not a Wii exclusive, it would have blown up. I'm telling you right now. Like if that was on PS3 and 360, it would have been huge.
That's not the rest of Capcom price.
But there was also 2 other games that I wanted to bring up. Both of them are anime fighters. Yu Yu Hakusho's Dark Tournament.
Oh, that was new?
No, God, that's old. It's a PS2 game.
Oh, it's actually not too bad price.
What is it?
If you just want the disc itself,
fuck that.
Around $32. But if you want it complete, it's $45.
That's not bad at all. And then another anime game which was on the Wii, which Dylan, I know you're watching and I know you remember this, playing the Bleach game on the Wii, and it was literally, this was the game, Jamie. You had your Wii remote and your nunchuck, and you would literally just jack off the Wii remote. That's how you would play the game. I'm not even kidding.
Oh
you would get in like a sword clash, and it would just be whoever could jack it faster. That's exactly what it was. I don't remember the name of the game. It was not a good game, but goddamn it, we had fun.
Sounds like Bleach Clash of Souls or something like that.
Might have been. I don't know.
But
to wrap up the fighting game topic, which I actually really
think we didn't even really get a chance to really talk about it. I kind of took over with wrestling.
I mean, it's not like we kind of generalized it, and it's not like we can't go in depth later.
Yeah. Because we didn't talk about no Bloody Roar. We didn't talk about no Project Justice. We didn't talk about no Power Stone or Power Stone 2.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about
no Fatal Fury.
No Fatal Fury, no King of Fighters, which I just kind of briefly brushed over.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot that we didn't talk about. It was mostly kind of what brought us into fighting games today. So I would say to expect a part 2 of this.
Part 2 that we'll go into more depth.
Yeah. But for the end of part 1, what's your favorite fighting game?
My favorite fighting game?
And why?
Damn, that's a loaded question. Holy shit.
Well, like, favorite as you... Oh, unless you got one.
No, favorite as in, like, you love to play, or favorite as in, like...
I'll leave it to you. As vague as you need to be. Whether it's, like, your favorite, like, to go back to and play, your favorite, like, experience playing, or just your overall favorite.
I love Project Justice, and I cannot wait for Capcom. I know... So, it is paramount that this collection that's coming out the Marvel collection that does well, because I think that will force Capcom to take a hard look at some of their fighting games that they have in their vast
collection,
library. Capcom has such a huge library,
really
and it's so embarrassing that they only focus on like 4 titles now.
Yeah.
And I understand why they don't want to devote any like resources to any of these other games, because it's like, well, they might not do well, so we're just gonna go with a sure thing that gets us money. And I think Capcom basically only breaks even when they make a lot of these games, because let's see, Street Fighter 6 is doing well, but I mean, it's still a live service game.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter, when that comes out, that's gonna do gangbusters.
And I mean, Monster Hunter World is their highest selling game of all time, so.
Yeah, because they didn't think they had a thing for Monster Hunter, but there was a lot of people who played Monster Hunter and love it.
They also didn't expect an audience of like kind of just like a fresh audience. They expected it to just be like the niche people.
Yeah, they didn't expect people to be like pull people in to be like, bro, you gotta play this game, it's so good. I'll play with you, blase blase.
Yeah.
Bro, I bought Monster Hunter 2 on the PSP. The actual like I bought like a PSP that came with Monster Hunter, and then through reasons I lost my PSP. I literally rebought another PSP with Monster Hunter so I could play Monster Hunter.
That makes sense.
bro, the game is good. Like it's
Yeah.
been good forever. Like, and now people are now realizing it, and now people are enjoying it, which that makes me happy.
Which, by the way, we got to add a Monster Hunter topic at some point because I would love to talk about Monster Hunter.
So I'm good with the weapons and stuff like that. I don't know all the monster names. That's the only
Look,
bad thing.
the only ones I've played are World, Rise, and Stories 2. So yeah, we're probably on about the same ground. But
Right.
when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, gets closer to coming out, we'll probably talk about that. Just to
I
be
gotta
kind of
get a
topical.
newer console by then.
Yes, you do. But my favorite fighting game, to wrap this up,
Mm.
I gotta give it to Injustice. I already had a love for fighting games and a love for superheroes, and then they mixed it in a way. Don't tell me fucking Mortal Kombat versus DCU, because I swear to God, I will end this podcast right now. We will never have another one because that game was trash. But fuck that game.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that game was bad. Like I
Yeah,
remember playing that in I remember playing that at GameStop where it's like, oh, it's Mortal Kombat, but it's like a T-rated version of Mortal
yeah, I
Kombat and
bought that
stuff like
game.
that. And I played a little bit of it, and I'm like, God, this game is bad.
Yeah, but definitely Injustice because one, they just mixed what I loved. That was
Mm.
what they did. Then they were like, hey, here's an amazing story. A story so good that they made multiple, like, they made comics after comics after comics. They made a fucking movie for it. They
Mm-hmm.
did the sequel. It just created a whole universe for DC that was just special to me. So yeah, I'm down with that.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry, I got
no, you're
distracted
good
uh
by WWE.
by yeah.
So our next episode will be
Mm-hmm.
probably just a little bit of fucking around.
Winging it. That's
I
our next episode, or just winging
no,
it.
there's one thing I want to talk about, which
Mm-hmm.
is our GameStop horror stories,
God sakes.
and then another thing that I think would help out uh, some people, and Marcus, you're one of them, is Destiny 2 for noobs.
Oh,
Like
that'd be nice.
exactly, kind of a way to help people get in and not get like overwhelmed and kind of know what like some of the good perks and like good things to do and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like our
Yeah.
favorite weapons, our favorite exotics, stuff like that. Even some builds, like get a little in depth in it in a way that like keeps it simple.
Oh, speaking of favorite exotics, did you
Yes.
know that they buffed the Deadmans?
No, no, no. Why?
I don't know. That's my favorite
Why?
rifle. I don't know. I'm about to be like running around with that again.
Of all things,
I think I got the catalyst for it too. I think you helped me get the catalyst.
I don't I don't think I helped you with the catalyst because that would have required to run it on master, but if not, I can help you get the catalyst. But no! Bungie! Why? God damn
Uh,
it. But that's it for this episode of Nerd Table.
all right.
Do all that jazz, like and subscribe, follow us on
Like, comment,
YouTube,
subscribe.
comment, follow on Twitter at nerd_table.
Oh
Jamie,
yeah.
plug your stuff.
You can find me on Twitter at Sir Dr. JC Sterling. You can also find me on Twitch, which I will probably end up streaming some Pokemon Unite because I'm kind of addicted to it. At Silverwolf 24. On
Word.
all of our links and everything will be in the description.
Yes, they always are.
So,
I need to get on my bullshit and make a fucking like LinkedIn with a QR code, but I've been slammed.
true. Yeah.
Follow me Twitter Nightwing593, Instagram Nightwing5930, and you know where to find me on Twitch. We've mentioned it 4 times this episode.
Yes, we have.
But that's it, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See you next week on the Nerd Table.